Alright, so this is Maximiliano. Yeah. Was kind enough to play Tron matchup with me. And I think this is when we were doing all postboard games. So I want to say I kept it. Because I could try to Stearns into Ghost Quarter. And instead, I don't. I only get a needle. Which is unfortunate, but you know, whatever. Oh yeah, and this is when I was still trying Extirpate here. Yeah. So there's Ghost Quarter. So I have Ghost Quarter Extirpate going on here. Yeah, I threaten the needle on the horizon canopy, so it forces him to pop it, and in order to draw the land. And I still have a chance here with the Ghost Quarter Extirpate and Searchable thing going on. Yeah, Maim Karn, their biggest threat. Now I go ahead and Ghost Quarter now, and they get a star on top. Anyways, I tried to get them to shuffle away the star, and they ended up shuffling, and star goes on top anyways. So now I have to Extirpate or Surgical immediately. Oh, what the crap happened? I don't remember. I think maybe my opponent shuffled twice and they reshuffled a third time to make it fair or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So now, yeah, I go ahead and I do the Surgical on the towers. See the rest in peace going on here. I think, yeah, rest in peace, 3 Nature's Claim. So I'm like, okay, well, just gotta keep my opponent off of stuff, and there's a Shredder. So now I just gotta keep my opponent off of drawing enough lands to play everything. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all they need is 1 more mana to slip through. And they'll have 8. Yeah. And here I'm forced to use the Shredder immediately. Now, there's Star. No, it's Sphere. Yeah. So there's Star, and you can use it immediately to get Sylvan Scrying. And yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got the Scrying, but they did not play it. So I think I misplay here. Yeah, I misplay. I should have played that Surgical. Oh my god. Should have played the sorry, not Searchable, the Inquisition, and that would have taken out the Scrying. So there's Scrying. He gets the land. On top of that, he gets a perfect land for him. Yeah, and this is where I realized, like, I'm an idiot. Not only that, I'm pretty sure last turn I forget to play a land, so I could have done Shredder and then grab Ghost Quarter. So this turn I could have played the Ghost Quarter and then use Ghost Quarter and then have the mana to Extirpate as well. So that's 2 misplays in a row. I think I was pretty on tilt at this point. Yeah, there's nothing to get. Because I was just like getting thrashed by just Tron after Tron. Yeah, and there I do it right that time. I go get that Ghost Quarter, but you know, it's too little too late really. I'm hoping that maybe I can cut my opponent off of lands so they don't have enough to play World Breaker. But they do still have Yugen. And I'm fortunate enough they don't have another basic. Unfortunately, opponent does have Rest in Peace. So there goes my Ghost Quarter. I am doing Extirpate and whatnot in response, hoping to cut my opponent off of enough mana. I'm trying to make it so that they're as least likely to draw mana as possible. So there, I'm forced to play the Shredder. The Stirrings is going to let my opponent look for another mana. So I have to do a Bell. And I'm fortunate enough that the top card's World Breaker. But then, now he can Ultimate Yugen, get the Razorverge. So that's what he does. So my only chance here is these things coming into play, but my opponent's not dumb. So ultimate, get a whole bunch of stuff into play. I had to remind my opponent I get to see all the cards they draw, just in case. You know, there's a chance it might be relevant. So there they are. He puts lands into play that he needs. And is smart enough that opponent does not put World Breaker and Ulamog directly into play, because then I could just play Ensnaring Bridge and I win. You know, so long as I don't die to Yugen first, but I can mill my opponent out pretty quick. So they're smart. They know about the cast triggers and they need them. He does do World Breaker on Oblivion Stone though, because that's going to wipe everything. And I'm done. So this is me just trying my best. Yeah. And it's game. Alright, is it game one? Yeah, I think so. I want to say these were all post-board games though. Opponent was willing to just skip the first game and go straight into post-board. So I go for it because I got, hey look, Extirpate Ghost Quarter, right? It should be enough. So I'm already trying to mill stuff here, and they got a really good hand with that sphere. All they need is another mana. Unfortunately, I don't have black for that Extirpate. Yeah, he's going for the land. Unfortunately, he does not get one, and he grabs Karn instead. So I was considering playing Ghost Courting one of my lands and then trying to do Extirpate, but I hit no Tron lands out of my opponent's library. So opponent gets that second land, is able to use a star, play Rest in Peace, and my whole game plan falls apart. I lose. I mean, I could try to stick in it, but yeah, I knew that it was not going to happen at this point. Because if they were short on land, that means they had a hand full of stuff. So, alright, so we do another one. Still trying the Extirpate plan. And I keep it, of course, because it goes Quarter Extirpate. This time I do have the black mana for it. And I don't have to Inquisition quite yet. So, yeah. And because there's a tower on top, I do it, and then that way I can Extirpate the tower during the draw phase. Now, I was putting myself at a risk of the Nature's Claim just wrecking me. And of course it gets to Nature's Claim. I mean, there was no point in me sacking Shredder to try to shuffle it away, because no matter what, it ends up the same. But with Nature's Claim resolving, at least I get 4 life out of it. Oh no, I do make myself shuffle, don't I? Yeah. Oh yeah, and I get a bell. So now it's just me like, well, this kind of sucks. And the opponent's kind of in the same deal here. I'm curious if what he did was try to side out lands. I've heard that attempted before, where people will side lands out. Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace. And now I got a dead Extirpate in hand. Yeah. I mean, it's almost coming out here. Because I'm starting to stabilize a little bit. But the opponent does still have an interest claim. So, I mean, really, the opponent still had the game easily. Opponent was smart to claim my shredder before I land the needle. That way I can't control the top. Yeah, I ghost quarter the Sanctum because I know my opponent's going to be able to play a 7-drop. And if I'm not mistaken, my opponent didn't have another basic land. So that way it reduces their chance of being able to cast a 7-drop, and it makes it so that they can't trigger Sanctum. Yeah, ghost quarters me. I mean, there's no point in searching because there's a land on top anyways. And yeah, I still have a swamp in there. Yeah. Second ghost quarter. So even if I had gone for the swamp, my opponent could just ghost quarter it. This time, the second ghost quarter, I do go for the swamp because I need it. And fortunately, the ghost quarter kind of helps me because now I have an extra mana to do Inquisition, which does nothing. So now maybe I can control draws and keep my opponent off the mana they need to cast all this awesome stuff. But they're at 5. I could, excuse me. I could have milled that Horizon Canopy, and it was probably the right thing to do, honestly. But I figured if I mill that and they have another land, doesn't matter. If I don't mill and I draw this Shredder, then that could be okay. So now I just need to, you know, not let lands slip through. And it's starting to look good, you know? Yeah, opponent could have cracked the canopy there, but then they would have been down on land anyways. So either way, I would have gotten rid of a land. Doesn't matter. So there's a Pixis. I'm a little bit okay. Yeah, I had to get rid of the sphere. And there's another sphere. So yeah, I think I actually might have won this one. Holy crap balls. Did we play another? No, we did not. So I won 1 with the Extirpate plan, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Which is pretty nuts. Let's see, how many lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They got 3 lands left in the deck, I think. And I gotta get rid of that sphere. So I'm forced to mill here, and then the opponent, like I said, they could crack it, but it don't matter. So yeah, I think I actually win this one. Yeah, 1 and 2, not so bad, I guess.